Well, Joey, we're so happy to have you on with us. It's always great to talk to you. You always have so much going on, but now I feel like you have the most going on since we've ever talked to you.
Yeah, it's been an amazing last year and a half, man. We were coming out of COVID and didn't really know what to do. Started this little pod and did it all independent in house, and it just sort of took off, and it just sort of exploded. So it led the way to, we shot a Christmas movie that was called Mistletoe Mix Up. Ended up being the number one movie on Amazon. Unbelievable! Like was even bigger than Chris Pratt's $200 million movie over there. It
Mhm.
actually displaced that at number one, which was wild. And we did a sequel, which came out this year and did incredibly well. And then we teamed up with the Berkowitz brothers and Sean Von Gorman, and Brian, and it's just been an amazing sort of ride here with this graphic novel. Never thought we'd be doing it, but it's so weird because about 10 years ago, the brothers and I were talking about like doing something funny. I swear, in the vein of a Hardy Boys, sort of a detective agency. Like, what if we had all this old shit from like when we were kids, all this memorabilia and paraphernalia, and we couldn't get jobs, and we just started saying like, what are we gonna do with all this stuff? We played detectives, we played doctors, we played. Maybe we could just start like some sort of Hollywood detective agency and find because actors are always losing shit. And then obviously that was just an idea. We've been just sort of throwing it around. And then Ben and Max, the Berkowitz bros, came up to us and said, guys, we have this idea. Lawrenceville Detective Agency. We're like, what did you just say? We've been talking. And they were like, but here it is. You're looking for lost child stars from the 90s, set in this supernatural world, but sort of with a foot in the real world. And, oh, what's up, guys?
Hey, there they are.
I was just telling them about how fortuitous it was, sort of our connection with the 10 years of throwing around this idea and now it really coming to life. And, it rounding out into this sort of Scooby-Doo, grown-up Scooby-Doo world meets Hardy Boys. And
Yeah.
here we are, and it's just taking shape, man. And the first book is going to be insane, like so much fun. It's going to have crime and slime. And I mean, it's got a bunch of crazy cool things as we solve all these mysteries and adventures.
It's also going to have some depth to it as well.
No depth. I'm kidding.
Purely surface level BS. No, of course it's gonna.
No. Matt's absolutely right. Go ahead, Matt. Sorry.
Well, no, there's going to be an element to it, that goes into, childhood stars and what that's like to enter a workforce as a kid. We'll always take the comedy route and the mystery route, but there will be some themes in there that will, be have some depth and have some heart and some cool stuff to it.
Yeah, absolutely. And I was just saying that you were just at Comic-Con and it's so crazy out there, but probably also pretty inspiring for what you're doing too.
Man, the reaction was tremendous. We didn't know what to expect. I mean, right? We're doing a graphic novel and an animated series. Like what? I don't know. In this sort of made up world, right, with a foot in reality. And dude, the reaction. I mean, the Kickstarter launched, and to see all these hundreds and hundreds of people show up to get advanced posters signed and join our sort of community. And it's been really overwhelmingly just amazing to watch that happen. It really started with the pod, as I was saying, and it's really grown into all these other endeavors that we've just been fortunate enough to sort of venture down. It's been really cool.
Yeah. Well, and it's really neat too to see you all work together, because it would really help to have two more of me in what I do. And so it's I know it's
Yeah.
great that dynamic is good, but it's got to be kind of funny sometimes too, just as brothers, fight a little bit, right?
For sure.
Absolutely. Like any family business, for sure, there's going to be some conflict, mostly just because we all are very passionate people and have strong opinions. But we're very lucky. We usually have a 2 out of 3 ruling system, which means if two of us agree on something, then the other one kind of just has to go with it. However, sometimes it doesn't go down without a fight.
No,
Yeah.
sometimes it becomes Succession, just slightly
Yes.
slightly less, but Succession. I don't know if you ever saw that show, but yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, and so tell me a little bit about how the idea for this came about from each of you because it's such a cool concept and hey, we all love solving mysteries, but I believe in you. You guys got it.
We're gonna solve them. Believe me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we were all used to take all these family vacations, and as kids and stuff, and we were always running around this one town in Hawaii as kids, and we would be, you know what if we had a detective agency and we were solving crimes on the island, because I think some crime had happened on the island, Joe. I don't know if you remember what
Mhm.
crime it was,
I do.
but
Yeah.
it was big talk back in the day when we were kids, or something got, maybe a family at the hotel, something was stolen or
Yeah.
something.
Remember
I don't know.
their villa was robbed and all of their jewelry was taken.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
That's what it
And it was a
was.
very prestigious resort. Like you would have never expected that. It was
Yeah, and
unprecedented, you know?
yeah,
Mhm.
so we were running around as kids, and we were talking about how cool to have this detective agency, and then we were coming up with, of course, these comedy elements to it, because that's what we love to do. And then we just never, we would it would always bring it, it would rear its ugly head every like 3 or 4 or 5 years, and then we'd write another couple episodes, and then it would go away. And then, yes, we were just by chance introduced to this team, and they had this idea of doing the Lawrence brothers as a detective agency. And we were like, yeah, we've literally been thinking of that our whole lives. So that's how it kind of
Mhm.
came about.
Truly. That's exactly how it happened.
Yeah.
That's so cool. And then of course you said there's a new show we're going to see too, right?
I was telling him a little bit about. He was asking what other things we were working on. I said, "Well,
Yeah.
we have a new TV show that is super unique and very irreverent, very unexpected in a lot of ways, and we're super excited about it." I said we have season one that's launching later this year, probably September, October, probably September, and we're already working on season two, and it's man, the synergy of everything together with the pod and the show and the detective agency graphic novel, and it just seems like. There's no stopping us. There's no stopping us. So
I love that. And there's going to be some new music, right?
there is
Always.
Yeah.
always new music. We're actually our live pod, our 2 nights in Vegas at the Strat, which sort of kicks off this sort of with random dates throughout the rest of this year and more to come next year. We have an amazing band that Andy was lucky enough to sort of put together when he was doing his music a few years back, and we've sort of been shepherded in, Matt and I, and we've been rehearsing the last few nights, and it's been so much fun to get up there and sing with these guys. We've never done it like this,
Yeah.
so I don't know why, but it's been really a treat to get up there together and perform, and we're really looking forward to having some fun up there on stage at the Strat Theater with our band. It's gonna be great.
Mhm.
Oh, that's so cool. Well, a lot of people look up to what each of you do and they think, see, that's what I want to do. So it's so much harder than anyone can imagine. But what kind of advice would each of you give to somebody that wants to follow in your footsteps?
Good
Guys,
question. That's such a good question. I only hesitate because I'm still trying to figure it out myself. I have such a loose grasp on any, method to madness. But other, just
It's like trying to accomplish any other big goal in your life. And it can be related to anything. You have to be relentless. You have to push forward every day, even though there are these incredible headwinds, and somehow you have to try to make progress. And you have to really love it. Because if you really, really love it,
Mm.
then you're going to survive all the crazy things that are going to be thrown at you, because it's going to be a crazy ride when you go for something that is a little out of, the ordinary, or go for one of your dreams. And this could be in anything.
yeah.
It's a bumpy road, and it's so yeah, you gotta love it. And if you do, I always say, just you'll find a way, especially with the way things work now with social content and YouTube and all these different avenues for really anybody to get out there and start creating their own content. And that's how things are getting discovered. That's how, if you noticed, you'll start to see these actors now, and you'll research and be like, wow, where did this young up and coming actor come from? You're like, wait a minute, they got their start on YouTube.
Yeah.
Or social. I mean, Justin Bieber, that's how he got discovered.
Totally.
So
Especially now, it's such a renaissance of entertainment. Anything that your dreams are within reach. So Nike said it best: just do it. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Just
Mhm.
go for it.
But
Yeah.
really, like both they were saying, I mean, both Matt and Andy, I mean, it is the perseverance, and you have to have a spine like steel, because there are a lot more days early on, especially where it doesn't feel like you're getting anywhere, but you are, and you got to keep hammering away. It's so easy to, or should I say, much easier to do the work when success is upon you and you're experiencing that success. But when you're trying to build to that moment, and all those setbacks that come along the way, which are a hell of a lot more than the successes early on, that's when the perseverance and the backbone really comes into play. Having brothers, being able to do that, the three of us, we all have our weak days, where we lean on each other in a lot of ways. And, you have those vulnerable moments. And
well, I have my weak months.
yeah. And,
Yeah.
honestly, though, we are really there, like just instinctually, when one of us falls into that place, the other two become the pillars of strength and vice versa. And that's really allowed us to get through a lot of the lows, because you have a lot more lows than you do highs. People just focus on the highs, they recognize the highs. They don't realize like Matt said, the months and months of lows before you get that little peak, and that's what we're all about working towards and experiencing, and, hopefully everything will work out, but it is all those things.
I love that. My co-host is Drew Pearson, one of our great Dallas Cowboys, caught the Hail Mary, went in the Hall of Fame. And so
Nice.
I got to ask you guys your Hail Mary moment, the moment in your life or career you just had to go for and it worked out for you.
Believe it or not, I think personally we're in it right now.
Yeah, I was just about to say right now, man.
Yeah, this
Right
is a
now.
little Hail
We're
Mary.
taking this podcast out, on a tour, and we're going to Vegas.
It's our brand.
Yeah, we got the graphic novel that we're hoping people really love, and we're going to turn it into an animated series. We have such big plans, music and still movies and the classic television projects that we're trying to cultivate. So we're really going for it right now.
The whole world is wide open, and the whole system, for better or for worse, is really falling apart, except for a very, very, very select few at the very, very top of the industry. Other than that, it is the Wild West for everybody. And without the structure, it's like some somatic, nomadic freewheeling world where you have to just piece things together and work hard, and it's like Tetris a little bit, but that is the Hail Mary, because you're going for broke, and you're hoping that it is pay dirt, and we won't rest until, we exercise everything and, take it to the fullest, no matter where it leads us.
I love that. And part of that, we talk about that on the show, is that success mindset you have to have, whether or not you're feeling it or not. And, as creative types, we're hard on ourselves. So is there something that each of you kind of tell yourself that keeps you on that right path?
One foot in front of the other. One foot in front of the other.
Honestly,
baby steps.
We
what about Bob?
Yeah, baby steps. Baby steps in the
Bill
elevator.
Murray and Richard. Yeah,
Baby
right.
steps down the escalator. Baby step. I feel like, I tell myself a few things that aren't really that effective, but it's when the other guys tell me things that really helps me. It's like, you got this, man. I mean, we've all been doing this for 40 years, so
Wild.
it's just so weird. It's so weird because we're still, fairly young guys. Well, Andy's young. Matt and I are still hanging on, but it's weird to say you've done something for 40 plus years, like professionally,
Yeah.
So yeah.
I'm just curious how you guys time manage it all. You have so much going on all the time.
Well, that's another thing. It's brutal. It's brutal.
Mhm.
We try to,
overwhelming sometimes.
delegate, and it's overwhelming at times, especially right now. I feel like this is the most overwhelming time. We have so many different things that are kind of growing rapidly in all different ways. And it's an amazing feeling, but it's wildly overwhelming at times. Yeah.
So when are we going to see the graphic novel and then the music and everything else?
Lawrence Brothers Technology, launches April of 26. The TV show season 1 most likely September of this year.
Okay.
The pod tour kicks off August 15th in Las Vegas at the Strat. And our podcast, the Brotherly Love Pod, you can see every single Friday on our YouTube.
I love it. That's perfect. Well, and then of course, in between all this, you have to manage all the socials, which is a whole nother thing that wasn't there in the beginning, right?
Oh my God!
It's
Yes,
a beast, man.
It is a beast.
It really is a beast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to manage all that and 3 daughters, and 2 of them are teenagers.
You've got your hands full more than anybody I've heard about. That's
Bro,
incredible.
crazy.
I've aged so much the last 5 years, man.
Nah, you're doing great. I need to get some fitness tips from you over there.
It's just consistency, man.
That's right.
300,
Well, hey,
300 push-ups a day. Just do 300 push-ups a day. Just start with that.
Only 300. All right, got it.
No,
It
All right.
goes pretty quick. 10
Yeah.
sets of 30.
100. Just to try 100, Joe.
10 sets
Yeah.
of 30. You bang them out in like 15 minutes.
Oh yeah.
I love it. Well, let's leave it with this way. Last thing, what is it that you'd like to accomplish that's not on that long list of things that you're doing right now? We got to throw it out there in the world.
You know, we've always wanted to launch. Well, I mean, I know we've talked about a lot of things, but like kind of a cool like clothing brand because we're all into fashion in different ways, you know, and it's been a part of our lives in different ways too, you know, especially with me with the flannel shirts, the ripped jeans, and all these things, and you know, with all the retro stuff back, we've really been trying to crack with the team sort of how to do a clothing line, you know, together and incorporate sort of everything that we're working on, right? Because there's all sort of nostalgia and it's all sort of retro, but it's also like into the future, and we're just working on all of that. So we're excited. We were having a big meeting today, actually, and throwing around some really exciting ideas of how to do that. And I think we cracked it. So we're looking forward to that. That's what I'm personally looking forward to because I love clothes personally, but you know.
Yeah, that's amazing. Well, we're so excited for you, and we're just tell everybody to check out all of these things coming up. It's great to check in with each of you, and look forward to talking to each of you again soon. Appreciate your time, and and we'll see you again, hopefully in the great state of Texas soon.
Cool, man.
You will.
Appreciate
You will. Yes. We were actually in Corpus Christi not too long ago. It was very
Oh,
nice
good.
down there. Yeah, we were.
Yeah.
We were. Texas is always near and dear to our hearts. So shout out to everybody in Texas. You'll definitely be seeing us for sure.
Oh, that's beautiful. Thank you all
All right,
so
man.
much.
Hey,
Appreciate
man.
you.
Thank you.
You got it,
thank
buddy.
you. Bye-bye.
See you, man. Thank